Hello, everyone. Welcome to my show. Autumn is here. I'm your host, Francine Crawford, and we have a return guest today, and I'm excited about it. Ms Stacey Hayes. She is here, and she is here to share some information. She's a caregiver, and she spoke about that before, and we're going to see how she's doing and what else has changed in her life. So, welcome to the show, Stacey. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Francine.
Thank you for coming on again. Now, I know that you are a caregiver to your grandma, and she's amazing, Miss Ester Mae.
Yeah.
She's amazing. At the time we spoke, she was 98. She's 99 now, correct?
99. She turned 99 on June 15th.
Oh, God bless. God bless.
Yeah.
So how long have you been caring for her?
It's been 2 years now.
It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I love seeing your posts. It's very interesting how you keep her busy and engaged, and she does things like she be cleaning collard greens and
Yeah.
then better than I iron and making up the bed and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
it goes that they still have things they want to do. They still have life. They still can do things and enjoy life and participate in life.
Yeah.
So how has things changed for you? Like you gotten used to certain things. Like I remember it was sundowning was an issue, and you gotten used to that. You walk with her and everything. Yeah. So now, what else has changed in your life?
Well, for me, I think that because everybody says, as time progresses, things are going to get worse. And for me, I can't say it's getting worse. I can say now we are even in a better place, because now I know we're going outside at least 2 to 3 times a day. And in doing that, that really minimizes the episodes during the sundowning time. So prior to me leaving my job, because I left my job June 2nd of this year to be her full-time caregiver.
Okay.
So prior to that, she would go out in the mornings before I go to work, and then when I come back. But now that I'm full-time, it's like go out in the morning, go out early, go out like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Then we may go out at 10 or 11. Then we go out around 5:30. And then sometimes if she gets a little antsy, I know I need to get her out around 7:15, 7:30 mark. And once I do that, we come back upstairs. She takes her meds at 8:30, and she's in the bed around 9:30, and she's good for the night.
Okay, that's great. So you learned that you had to have a routine.
Yes, routine is paramount. Yes.
Yes. And let's talk about this. Now, you were in banking, and after taking care of your grandmother, you had an interest in doing something in healthcare, and that really inspired you to do that. So you actually have left your job in banking.
Yes. 29 years of being in corporate America. I left my job, and I knew it was coming, but when I decided to do it, it was like the instant. So June 2nd, I didn't even give my job 2 weeks notice. I said, I have to leave. I can't leave I said, I have to leave today. My grandmother needs like a woman's touch now at this part of her journey with dementia.
Right.
So I couldn't even give him 2 weeks notice. But then on June 2nd, gave him my keys, and that was it.
Oh, awesome. Wow. That's great. See, people caring for people, sometimes it changes your life,
Oh, drastically.
It's changed your life. Drastically direction, but it has changed your life. So what are some of the new things, or maybe some new challenges that may have happened, or some new things that you've learned?
Well, now I think we're getting into the stage where in her mind, she doesn't want to do certain things. Like she used to drink water, like just drink water. But now she's like, I don't want it, but I know she needs it. So now I have to give it to her in little amounts now. Before I could give her water bottle for the day and she'll drink it. But now she doesn't do that. So now I have to give her in small cups. And she'll say, well, I just had some water. And I say, yes, Grandma, but the doctor said you need more water. And then she'll look at me like, well, the doctor says everything. But now we're getting into that stage where she's like, no, I don't have to do that. So I just pray that doesn't continue, because I know she needs water.
Okay. Good. So does she engage with anyone else, except for you? Does she go to any adult daycare centers or anything like that?
Well, now that I'm doing it full time, I don't think I will put her in a adult daycare center, but I want to take her out So where she lives, they have a senior citizen center.
Okay.
So on Tuesday, they're going to be doing sewing lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So I know she loves to sew. So I want to see what that would do for her. And it's right in her neighborhood. So that's one thing I want to do with her. I also want to take her to botanical gardens, just to get her out and just doing stuff.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me ask you. Now that it seems like you're just fully engulfed in this caring and caregiving and things like that. And you have some exciting news. I see you have a shirt behind you. Dementia does win. That's So that's awesome.
Yes. So I also had, or I should say, have t-shirt designs, sweatshirt design company. I just haven't been active in it in a few years because of what's going on now. So I'm trying to create t-shirts around Dementia Doesn't Win because everyone's journey is different. But I like to take the approach to saying, okay, my grandmother is living with this, but it doesn't have to be the end all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I see so many videos and they show the bad side of it when the person is having episodes or being aggressive and, agitated. And I don't think everyone needs to see that. I think that's a personal thing between the caregiver and that individual because you're showing that person in their weakness. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would never do to my grandmother. I'm going to always show her in her light, in the areas that she loves. So my thing is that dementia is not going to win. Yes, my grandmother is living with it, but it's not going to beat her. So we cook our collard greens on Sunday. We make our cakes and our chicken. She does things around the house. And what I love about that is that when she's in the kitchen, when I tell you everything she says is clear, everything she says is accurate, like she knows, make sure the eye on the food is not too hot. Did you check the oven? Make sure the chicken is not burning. Did you check the cornbread? So that's the part that I want to show with dementia. I don't want to show the times when she does have episodes because we're not just living in la land with dementia. She does have her times when it's rough for both of us. Right. But I want to just highlight the good side where you can see that person being who they are. My grandmother's profession was a maid. And so her house has to stay clean. She has to cook her food. So that's the part that I want to show. So I'm trying to create sweatshirts. And these sweatshirts, I would hope and pray that the person living with dementia would wear it. Because that's a mark saying, okay, I'm living with this, but you're not going to beat me.
Right.
I created an ebook where I'm just going to give it out for free. I know in the social media world, give my ebook. It's only $25. It's da 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 da. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to create an ebook. I created one so far, and it's talking about the different types of dementia. It talks about routines. It talks about effective communication with the individual, and it talks about self-care. And that's just a few things. So that's what I'm working on now. So I'm going to try to do an ebook like every other week. Something quick and simple for the person to, read because it's a struggle. Because everything with dementia is like you learn on the job. There's really no handbook for it. You make a mistake and be like, okay, let me do it a different way the next time.
Okay. Well, that's great. So you're going to do that repeatedly. Where would they find it at? Where would they get it?
Well, right now, I'm just going to ask individuals to send me their email address. You can give it to me through Facebook with Stacey Dime or TikTok, Stacey Dime. And you send me your name and your email address, and I'll just email you the ebook.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So what do you think that where do you think this is going? Do you think that you're going to be able to do more things with your grandma and things like that? Are you going to do things in the community? Like, is this going to be something that you think is going to expand beyond your grandma?
Well, I do. One thing I want to do is get dementia certified. So I know the Alzheimer's Foundation has a class, like an online class that you can take. So I'm going to take that to get more information about dementia. God calls my grandmother home. I want to take this a further step, and I want to have a caregiving agency. It'll just be just me by myself for now, but I want to have a caregiving agency named after my grandmother, Lady Mae Caregiving Services. So that's how I want to do it, because I just want to show the bright side of it. You know, that's my thing. I just don't want people to see that dementia, I think, is the worst disease ever. I think any other disease, I think I could live with. But dementia is like the person is there, but then they're not there. And for you not to know where you are, for you to feel like the people around you are hurting you, or you feel like you don't want to live, like, that's the worst. So I just want to show the opposite side of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wow, that's so great. That's so great. I love your future plans. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So many times that this inspires people to do more, and
Yes.
people to do more. We need people to know more about it. We need for people to be more in the community, and just to, be able to get involved. One of the things is that when people get frustrated, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with it, so that's why we try to give information about how to deal with it, how to learn more about dementia and stuff like that. Because when you see a sign, then you'll know how to react to it. So it's really loud. But I'm glad that you're in there, you're doing things, and you're just encouraging your grandma, and you're actually, making a difference. You're making a difference and sharing it with other people, even though right now maybe it's small. You're not, the ebook is small, and you're sending an email, but that's a great thing. Information is important. It's important. Yeah. So what
I actually,
okay, go ahead.
one woman on TikTok, her husband has dementia, and she's dealing with that journey. So I sent her the ebook, and she said as she was reading the ebook, she started to cry. She said because the section where it talks about communication, she says that she knows she has to work on herself, because she knows that she says to her husband, I told you that already. We did that already. And with just reading this 5-page ebook, she saw that that's not the way to communicate with them. So that right there, I felt good about it. Even if it's just one person, it made a difference in her life. And even before the ebook, I would share little things that I would do with grandma. And she said, Stacey, you don't understand how you have helped me on this journey with my husband. The things that you've done, I have implemented this, caring for my husband. So like that old saying, if you could just touch one person, you've done your job.
Well, you've done your job, which is
yes.
great, which is really great. Is there anything else that you would like to say or say to a caregiver or somebody who, maybe just becoming a caregiver and doesn't have much direction and a little overwhelmed?
I would say for people who never even dealt with dementia, learn what it is now. Because the way this disease is just rapidly hitting so many people, you don't know if it's going to hit you, one of your loved ones, and you have to become a caregiver. So to just learn what it is now, little by little, because the more you know earlier on in your journey, I feel that it will help you take care of the person and take care of yourself. And then for us who are in the journey, just know that you're doing the best that you can. Always seek help. Don't be too hard on yourself. And just know that even though the person may not be there fully, they do appreciate what you're doing in their life.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And the important thing is to tell people that you can live a quality life with dementia.
Yes.
You can. You can.
Yes.
Thank you for those encouraging words. We really appreciate it. Thank you for taking some time to share some more. Remember that she has an ebook coming out, and she also has shirts that she's doing. So
I'm trying to work on this for the fall.
Okay, dementia doesn't win.
It does not.
Thank you, Stacey. I so appreciate you, and wishing you all the best with your future endeavors.
Thanks. And you too, Francine. I pray that your podcast just blows up and everybody can touch and learn more about dementia through your podcast.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.